Cubs player is the right fielder number 6, Garcia, and the remainder of the Ray Texans. And now the starting lineup for the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Leading off the flag shortstop number 26, Shelby Peeler. Batting second to center fielder number 3, Jada Zapeta. Batting third and playing second base number 5, Liz Solis. Batting fourth to third baseman number 7, Alyssa Bird. Batting fifth and catching number 1, Talia. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 0, Maddie Aguilar. Batting seventh and playing left field, Desi Garcia. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 12, Prudence Ortiz. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 6, Sierra Garza. Next player is the first baseman, number 17, Meredith Cavazos, and the remainder of the Veterans Memorial Eagles.
Once again, Real Sports Live is in the house here at Cabinet Softball Complex with a day game going on at 1:45 was the start time. And we're a little ahead of the start time, official start time that is. And we'll have the visiting Corpus Christi Ray Lady Texans taking on the home team, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Lady Eagles. So it'll be a barn burner here at Cabinet Softball Complex. Only one game here today set. Last night was the Carroll Tigers taking care of business against the Moody Trojans, 10-0. And our Real Sports player of the game last night was the catcher, Allison Garcia, going 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So with that said, we'll be back shortly after these messages from a word from our sponsors and to get ready for some softball. Texans, Eagles, we'll be back. Real Sports Live, and here's the first pitch of the game by Matty Aguilar in the circle. And leading things off here for the Ray Texans is going to be the other pitcher, number 21, Vivi Garza, who's been doing an excellent job thus far for the Texans in the circle. Swing and a miss there. So quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1. Brings up now the catcher, number 18, Sarah Cortez. On deck is the shortstop, number 5, Leah Cran. First pitcher here hits it high and makes the call right there. Shelby Peel comes in, but then the third baseman takes the charge right there as the wind blew in and blows it right into Alyssa Burgess' glove for out number 2. Brings up the threatening bat of Leah Cran, the shortstop. He's got a tremendous arm on defense as well as a tremendous bat. Takes ball 1 just a bit outside. Swing and miss on the off-speed pitch. Making it now 1-1. Question there, covering any other softball games today that I know of. I don't know if there's any other softball games here. Obviously, I know there's none here at Capnis. These were supposed to be the evening games. Carroll and Vets were going to play here tonight as the home teams, but moved it due to the weather to yesterday in the evening at 5:30 and also today this afternoon before this cold front really kicks in as the wind is kicking in. But sun is out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cran. Mr. Contreras say, let's go, Lady Eagles. Just off the plate right there. Just misses. Making the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shout out there to the outlet of 3 pitching daughters. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 of them young ladies up at TLU, Texas Lutheran University. The number 1 team in Division III right now for the TLU Bulldogs. So ball 4, she takes a walk. Paul and Mary Miranda Cowan say, let's go Lady Eagles. And Jada love Momo Mary and Popo Paul. Enjoying the game from Oklahoma. Just a couple hours up north. Jay-Z's Momo and Popo. Strike 1 finds the corner there. Maddie throws the off-speed pitch. Now batting the third baseman at 13, Kaylin Rodriguez. On deck is number 4, the second baseman, Julia Vasquez. Strike 2 in the outside corner. Cran will take the stolen base right there. With no throw from T. Maldonado, the catcher there for the Eagles. We're going to 3-man rotation right here. Actually, 2 men and 1 woman behind the plate. Throw down the third, and Cran with the side slide. Gets 2 stolen bases right there. She read the Maddie Aguilar very well. Aguilar throwing some off-speed pitches right there to Rodriguez, and she capitalizes on the steals. Ball's hit high. Jada Jay-Z's goes all the way from center field and goes into the right field center and makes the grab, sticks with it. As you can see, her trail all the way from center, and the wind just blew that ball from center all the way to right center. And she puts on the Jay-Z's and makes the grab for out number 3. We'll head now into the bottom of the first inning, and we'll be back shortly after this.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sun. Made all day. Live music and great food.
Real Sports Live, and we're back to the action here. Leading things off here is the shortstop, number 26, Shelby Peel. Takes ball one outside. Peel, one of the senior leaders of the group here. Shout out there on Facebook Live. Isabella Luna, let's go Jada. That one fell back. Shows bunt, pulls back. Brings it 2 balls, 1 strike. That's 31 on the count. This is a hitter's count right here. On deck is the center fielder. Number 3, Jada Cepeda, Jay-Z's. I didn't get the Eagles roster as they were coming up. We got here just in time for the start of this game. That's ball 4, so I want to make sure I say the numbers of the players correctly.
Center fielder number 3, Jada Cepeda.
It is Jada Cepeda, number 3 there, as Shelby draws the walk. Jay-Z shows bunt. Shelby back in time. As Sarah throws down, trying to keep Miss Shelby Peel honest over there at first. Takes a nice little lead. Jay-Z's puts the bunt down. Throw to first is off target. So Shelby will run around second all the way to third. Jay-Z's advances on over to second. And that's an errant throw right there. So on that throw, Jay-Z's advances on over to second on the error. And Jada will head all the way to second on the E5. Brings up now the second baseman, Liz Solis. Have seen where the parents do call her the Solis. The nickname. Surprisingly, I wasn't able to come up with that. So look at the defense right here that the Texans have. Second baseman, probably about 15 feet to the glove side of pitcher Miss Vivi Garza. That's Julia Vasquez. Ball one low in the turf. Cran is really shaded on over right behind, almost behind third base, behind Kayleen. And then you got my first baseman back, Lorena Moreno, playing back deep behind first base. Ball two outside in the turf there. Great scoop and stop right there by 18, Sarah Cortez. So I was trying to watch, see what went wrong right here with my commercials. I think I got it going now. So we'll check that out, make sure I'm playing commercials. For our sponsors, who allow us to bring these games absolutely free to you, Facebook Live, Twitter, YouTube, Roku TV, and I believe I've seen even Apple TV. I want to thank those streaming out here. Got a little over 40 viewers here on Facebook Live. Shout out to any of the players you like to, or a team that you're supporting, or the just the play-by-play caller. Chris V is in the house, along with my camera guy, Mr. Chris Isaiah V. Also. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the offering. Strike one on that outside corner on Solis. With a runner in scoring position, 60 feet away, and Jay-Z's has some speed. And there, Solis puts the bunt down, and that is going to be an infield hit, and that'll load up the bases, folks. Brings up one of the major RBI producers, number 7, the third baseman, Alyssa Burge. On deck is number 1, T. Maldonado. Alyssa is a sophomore as well as T. Takes that fastball up high and outside for ball 1. Here we are with bases loaded, no outs, in the bottom of the first. So Liz takes a big lead over there at first, almost like she was going to steal second, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. As the play-by-player, I said, you do know there is someone at second. 2 balls, no strikes here. LaBerge looking to deliver something for her Eagles. Takes strike 1 in there. A little low and out of her range. Brings it now 2-1 on the count. That wind is really blowing in from center field in the faces of all the batters and behind the pitcher. LaBerge hits it right to Cran. Cran makes the catch and throws it on over to first, but did secure the hard hit to her. Line drive. Makes the first out of the inning. And everyone gets back in time. So Liz almost doubled up. Just Moreno wasn't on the bag. If not, that would have been a double play. Still a great heads up right there by the Cranberry at short. Maldonado gets into this one, goes to right field, and that one's going to drop in there for a one-bagger, a two-bagger, and 2 RBIs for Team Maldonado as that ball was going into right field. And with that wind, it sort of just pushed it to the right side to the line, and that just was very difficult for the right fielder, Neve Garcia, to even have an opportunity at it, because the fact was, I don't think anybody would have been able to catch that one right there. Puts runners at second and third. Maldonado with a stand-up double, 2 RBIs. Pops out of the glove, and there comes Solis. Solis will score right there, and Maldonado will advance on over now to third. So that was Peel and Cepeda coming on in to score. It's a ball one right there. Cleared my bases right here and put a third 3-bagger. Quickly, the Eagles jump out with a 3-0 lead right now in through a half of an inning with 1 out. Now batting is the pitcher, 0-0, Matty Aguilar. Takes that one just off the plate outside there for 2-0 in the count. Takes a strike one inside right there. Cortez not afraid to throw the ball around the horn right there. Throws it down to third. Keeping Maldonado very honest down there at third. Maldonado getting down and dirty in the turf. Getting back safely at third. 2-1 on the count. 1 out. VV battling right here. And here comes the offering. Matty gets it and goes to the right field. Right fielders, as you can see, that ball just tails off. It starts to the right fielder, and it just blows off to the right field area in foul ball territory with that gust of wind. And like I always say, I'm not a meteorologist, but I could say that there's a gust of wind probably about a good 30 to 35 miles an hour. And tonight, one of my umpires right here behind me saying it's going to be even colder and windier tonight. But he's an umpire / meteorologist también. Mr. Joe here in the house. 2-2 on the count. That's a ball 3 outside. Full count now. Takes ball 4 in the turf. She'll take the walk. Put runners on the quarters now. And there will be a courtesy runner. That's going to be number 2 for the Eagles, and that's Cam Holloway. Now, Cam Holloway is does have speed of her own as well. Is no stranger to the bases, as her specialty is running at this point right now, helping out her Lady Eagle team. Now batting is Desi Garcia, number 13. Holloway with a big lead out there, but stakes around at first. Takes strike 1. I didn't get the position Desi's playing. Takes a hack right there and goes almost in Coach Lewis's ear there in foul ball territory. Brings it 0-2 on the count. With 1 out, runners in the corners. I do want to say Desi plays right field. Or left field is. All right. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Holloway with a delayed steal, and we'll take off to second. This is the right fielder right here. Prudence Ortiz. Takes ball 1 right there. One of the plethora of slappers that the Eagles have. Takes ball 2 low. Strike 1 off the corner of the plate right there. And as I said, Sarah's not afraid to throw it around the horn. Shoots it down, keeping Team Maldonado honest over there. Brings the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls that one up. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 in the count on Ortiz. Hits that in play, and that's going to get out the foot of the second baseman right there. And that's going to be a base hit. Infield single right there for Desi Garcia. Infield single RBI. Now puts running at the corners. Ortiz on over at first. Holloway on over at third. Brings up now Sierra Garza. Strike is called right there. And a run comes in right there. And I believe as Sarah was throwing the ball, it did hit the batter. She was in the batter's box, so there will be no interference called right there. Run does come in. And Sierra Garza is laughing it off and waving herself, fanning herself with her left hand, saying, you know what, Coach, I'm okay. A little embarrassed. And a little, but I'm okay. Smiling. That's what it's all about. These student athletes, the safety of them. So Ortiz advances on over now to, correction, Garcia advances on over to second. Big cut right there. Swing and a miss. Makes it now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, I was getting my stats officially up on my book. And then number 9. Just off the plate right there. Vivi Tachi had strike 3 right there. Blues decision is final and calls it a ball. 2-2 on the count. On deck, top of the order, number 26, Shelby Peel. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out, number 3. But damage has been done in the bottom of the first. The Eagles score 5. on 2 errors and 3 hits. So with that, we'll be back shortly after these messages from a word from our sponsors.
Wait. SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond.
Second inning, top of the second is. Leading things off, second baseman takes a strike. Julia Vasquez in the second here. Hits that in foul ball territory. Quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. On deck is the, that's a ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes right there. On deck is the center fielder, number 2, Lauren Ramos. Hit right back to the pitcher. Maddie gathers it, shoots it on over to first for out number 1. Slow roller to her. Those are always the scariest ones. I remember in baseball, we'd always have our pitchers working on those. Simple drills. Hit it nice and softly to them. They would gather it and then step and throw to first. There's always a lot of errors coming from the pitcher because they're rushing things when they have basically all the time in the world, basically. Ramos takes ball 1 low and outside. Hits this one, fouled back. Brings up the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And with that, I do see Joe Gomez Jr. coming on. If you'd like to advertise, sponsor anything with Real Sports Live, give Joe a call at 361-220-5331. It's the advertising sponsors that make these games possible. With that said, the ball is hit sharply over the left, goes down the line. Left fielder just couldn't put a glove on it. And there she's going to go 3. Jay-Z's came in for center field right there and ensured that the ball that came off Shelby's glove was there, able to get it and shoot it on over to third, making it a close over there at third. That's left fielder number 13, Desi Garcia. Dove for the ball, tried to stop it, just couldn't get to it. And that'll put Julian over with a stand-up double and advancing to third on that throw. Swing and a miss right there for strike 1. Just off the plate right there. Brings count 1-1. This one hit over this first baseman. And that's the first baseman, number 17, Meredith Cavazos. This ball sharply hit to right field, and that wind plays it over there to the right center. She goes 1. She goes 2. RBI double right there. And puts Ray on the board. And that was the first baseman, number 15, Lorena Moreno, with the hit to right field. Trying to write this right here for myself. Apologize for the inconvenience. Fouls that one off. Brings the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Apologize for Carolyn Yanes, number 10, who hit the ball off the end of her bat to first base. That's inside on the hands. Foul ball is called. And this is the DP right here. Number 20, Abby Rodriguez. And she's hitting for the flex player, the right fielder, number 9. Number 6, that is, Neve Garcia. That one's fouled off. That's what happens when they change the game time on you. And there's a lot of changes, moving parts everywhere. Trying to make sure you show up and set up and get ready. Strike 3 called on the outside corner right there by the umpire. Maria Aguilar gets the strikeout looking. So with that, 1 run does come in right there. And we'll be back shortly after these messages for the bottom of the second. Real Sports Live. I'm the host of the Most Man with a Plan, Christi in the house, alongside my camera crew.
Starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of...
Here we are now in the bottom second. Leading things off is number 26, the shortstop, Shelby Pill, a.k.a. the Shelbinator. Shelbinator hits this one foul. Welcome there, Mr. Mills. Hope you're enjoying the play-by-play and, more importantly, the game. These student athletes out there giving it 100%. Texans and Eagles, that is. Ball one just off the plate right there. 1-1 on the count. Bill is still hitless right now this time with her walk. Peel puts that bunt down, shoots it down to first, and it's in time. And that was Kaylin Rodriguez charging quickly to secure the out. For the first out of the inning right here. It's a ball outside. That brings up the center fielder, the freshman, number 3, Jada Cepeda, a.k.a. Jay-Z's, with one out. That's ball 2 in the turf. Hitting the turf monster right there. Jay-Z's up on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Jay-Z puts a hit on that one. Flies by the chin of the chinny chin chin of Coach Salinas there at third. Making it 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Paula Salinas, daughter of the late great coach of the Coastal Bend area in South Texas baseball and softball, Mr. Hector Salinas. He's got the best seat in the house, looking down up there in the pearly gates. 3 balls, 1 strike. With 1 out. Jay-Z's will take the walk. Brings up second baseman number 5, Liz Solis, a.k.a. Soul Liz. And on deck is the third baseman, number 7, Alyssa LeBerge. Ball 1 outside, and Cortez shoots it on over to first. Feel like I'm watching an episode of 1883 with Cortez shooting the ball around everywhere, not hesitant or afraid to throw it. So Liz slaps that one foul. Bringing the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. See right there, Ms. Guyona stepping in here in the Facebook world. Over there in Temple College. Shout out to the great catcher, product of Carroll Tigers. Jay-Z's is going to get in there with a stolen base. Strike 2 is there. One ball, 2 strikes on the count now on Solis. Ball 2 outside. Ball is bobbled, and Jay-Z takes off to third, and it's going to make it. And that's what you're taught as a player. You got to be aggressive. You see any type of bobbling whatsoever by the catcher, and you take off. And, you know, Jay-Z gets on that thoroughbred and just jets it all the way down to third over there. And that's just, you know, heads-up play, softball savviness, knowing what to do in certain situations, and, of course, coach giving her the green light, especially when you got wheels like that. So I just, that's a great heads up by a little freshman right there, showing and demonstrating why she is at the varsity level as a freshman. As of late, been doing these games here for a while here at Cabot since the beginning of the season. Very impressed with the pitcher, number 21, Vivi Garza. Has kept him in a lot of games, has done well pitching. I know Leah Cran is another pitcher that they do have. I believe there's another young lady that throws people off with a little like off-speed pitches. But Vivi's got a little variety of pitches under her belt, from off-speed to the rise ball. I believe I have seen some curve balls in there. I'm not too sure on the screw balls. But just want to let you know that Vivi's been doing excellent for them and keeping them in these games. So this is going to be a very fun district, the 29-5A district race, to see who's going to try to win this title. So I look forward to see what happens here this season. Ball 3 just off the plate. And you can see right there as a slapper as they walk down the line like they do in their batting practice. It's funny because Solis is basically halfway to the pitcher, basically shaking hands with Sarah Cortez in the circle. And that's just funny to me as a slapper. Full count, 1 out. Runner third, swing and a miss for strike 3. Solis goes down. And Vivi goes into her arsenal of pitches and throws the off-speed pitch low and inside, making Solis go for it and getting the strikeout. And that's for out number 2. But now you have LaBerge come up with 2 outs, runner 60 feet away. Takes that fastball right on the outside corner. LaBerge looks up and makes eye contact with Coach Villanueva over there at first, and then you can just see the big old grin of Coach Villanueva saying it's going to be okay. Get back in the box and do your thing. LaBerge takes ball 1 low on the turf, puts up the hand over there, tells Jay-Z's to pause over there at third, not to make an attempt. Good communication skills right there. So, just speaking of the district, 29-5A, I've been very impressed with the Lady Tigers, with Coach Caballero and the young group that she has and what she's working with. LaBerge gets into this one, goes in the right field, center fielder goes back, and makes the grab. That's Lauren Ramos sticking with us. As I was saying, for the district 29-5A race, I've been impressed with Coach Caballero and Coach Leal and what they're compiling, their other coaches, assistant coaches, and working with a young group that they have. And, there was several seniors last year that they had, and they had to replace those seniors with this young group. And, this young group I've been pretty impressed with them. They've been making a lot of, little changes here, doing small ball, doing what they need to do to get that W, playing as a team, and that's just kudos to them. The Texans, of course, the Carroll Tigers, the defending district champs of the 29-5A. The Ray Texans come in with a different group. I know a couple of students have transferred out of their schools, going to different respective schools. And, they've been doing well as being competitive. Seen them in the Myers tournament, as well as here at Cabot in district play. Have won some and have lost some. But the thing is, Coach Lewis is new, coming in from Orange Grove and making a different atmosphere there for the Lady Texans. And talking to some of the parents, they've been very happy with Coach Lewis and what he brings to the program. And what he brings to the table, the experience he has for this young group. And moving on, King over there, Coach V, first-year head coach there for the King Mustangs. Trying to do the best what she has with who she has there on her team. And just very confident in some of the players that she has, developing them there. And that's much kudos to them. Flower Bluff GP, always in the fight for the district race right there. Flower Bluff always pulls these good softball players out from that area over there. And so they're doing good right now as well. So it's going to be an interesting race, to say the least, where you got Moody Trojans, always competitive, always that thorn in the side for teams, and they just do a really good job of sticking together in hitting and in pitching, especially with the senior leadership of Serena Gonzalez and Danielle Pompa and Sienna Miller. So they've been putting things together, and that's strike 1 right there. Foul ball that was. So I'm just really excited to see this 29-5A race, being able to do the play-by-play for you all for those games here at Cabot. It's fun and exciting for me. And I hope I make it fun and exciting for you all as well as doing the play-by-play. Here we are in the top of the third inning. We're at the top of the lineup. The pitcher, number 21, Vivi Garza. Garza puts a hit on this one. And the ball gets over there left center. JC's cuts it off quickly. Solis tries to throw it down over to Meredith, and it gets by her. So Vivi will then get down to second base on that throw down. And Coach Salinas calls time, going to gather her defense in here and discuss the situation right here. It says, you need to calm down, stop throwing the ball around. If you don't have to, just hold on to the ball. If the ball's thrown at you, maybe move off the base. You know, several little things as a coaching tip. And basically, these are all little things that I'm assuming she says as a coach, being an ex-coach myself, and what I would do in my approach in these situations. So, again, I know that Coach Salinas, 21 years coaching, 7th year at Veterans Memorial High School. Coach Caballero, I'm not too sure how long she's been coaching. I know she's been there a long time since I've moved into the Corpus Christi area. Very successful their program. Coach Perales took over at Moody 7 years ago and has been doing well over there for the Trojans. Stop by LaBerge, checks 3, and that's going to be a tag and an out at second base. LaBerge hits off her gloves, rolls to her left, picks it up, shoots it on over to second, and the tag is made on Vivi right there for out number 1. That was Sarah Cortez with a sharp hit over there. And they're going to call that an error. So the call remains out at second. Brings up the feared shortstop, the junior, number 5, Leah Cran. I do know this young lady, and she is a commit to the University of Baylor here in after this her senior year next year, of course. Ball one low. I do know this young lady as she played with my daughter in travel ball when they were younger back in the day. That's why I call her the Cranberries. Sits on the off speed, hits it high. Jay-Z's converges, and then ball goes all the way from center field. And you can just see that carry on over to right field. Jay-Z's had her glove ready to catch that one. And the right fielder just sets back and calls her off and says, I got this right here. As it comes to her, and that is Prudence Ortiz. Just crazy how this wind is playing everybody. Brings up now the third baseman, number 13, Kaylin Rodriguez, with a runner on first. Strike one in the outside corner. Off speed, LaBerge gathers the ball, settles her feet, shuffle, and shoots it on over to first for out number 3. So no runs come in right there. We'll head now into the bottom of the second. Speaking of the Carroll Tigers, the Lady Tigers are in the house now. Some of the Lady Tigers are watching the game of the Texans and the Eagles. And so with that, we'll be back after these messages from a word from our sponsors.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Maria, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture,
Real Sports Live, we're back to the action. Excuse me. Leading things off is a catcher, number 1, Talia T. Maldonado. Takes ball 1 in the turf. We're here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Saludos a Gerardo Lozano. ¿Cómo estamos, señor? Strike 1 in the inside corner there. 1-1 to the count. Now, we started here the game probably about 1:43. Sun was out. Now it looks like the sun is going into the clouds. So we've had this bipolar weather, to say the least. In our area, I've seen, it's fall in the morning, spring by lunchtime, and winter by the afternoon. Season's all in almost in one day. 2 balls, 1 strike on Maldonado here in the bottom of the 3rd. Brings the count now 3 balls, 1 strike. Good afternoon, Michelle Sines. Foul tip back. Just giving shout outs to those that are putting something on Facebook Live. Three balls, 2 strikes. And with this quick break right here in the interaction, if you'd like to advertise or sponsor a school on Real Sports Live, please call Joe Gomez, our marketing gentleman, at 361-220-5331. It's advertisers and sponsors that make these games possible for our fans throughout the Coastal Bend and South Texas. So thank you to our sponsors. It's full count. Vivi's got the sign. Here's their offering. T gets in this one, hits it on over at 3rd. Rodriguez gathers it, settles in, slides her feet on over for out number 1. As my old travel ball coach used to say back in the day in American Legion, those are tailor-made routine plays. Boy, would he get upset whenever we'd mess up those routine plays in his eyes. Get over to Cranberry. She gets it. Shoots it on over to first. Long throw deep in the hole. And makes the out for out number 2. Quickly 2 outs here. Brings up left fielder number 13, Desi Garcia. Gets into that one. He fouls that one. Tip back, that is. No balls, 1 strike here. Gets into this one, goes to right field, and that one just tails off to the right. I know the wind helped push that one over to the right, but at the same time it was slicing with a top right English on it. Aside from just the wind pushing that one as well. Brings it, no balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1 in the turf. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Desi in the box. 5-1 lead thus far for the Eagles. Fouls that one back. Beevy's getting the sign, and here comes her pitch. Bit high and outside there for ball 2. Swing and a miss right there. Looks like a foul tip for strike number 3. And now we'll head into the top of the 4th inning. And we'll be back shortly after these messages from our word from our sponsors.
And more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Rio Sports Live, we're back to the action here. Leading things off, second baseman, Julia Vasquez. And the spinning catch and throw by LaBerge right there. Excuse me. That was Julia Vasquez. Hits it on over to LaBerge. She gets it, gathers it, shoots it on over to first with a pirouette. Light catch for out number 1. Strike 1 there. Brings up to bat now the center fielder, number 2, Lauren Ramos. Ramos hits that up the middle. Shelby gets it, slides over to her glove side, shuffles her feet for out number 2. Brings up now the left fielder, number 10, Carolyn Yanis. Yanis hits this one, goes foul back into the stands. Excuse me. Giannis fouls that one back. Takes a rise ball up. 1-1 on the count. And I'm looking around the stands, people wearing their jackets. Ball's hit high to Liz. So Liz. And she makes the final out. As I look around the stands, people wearing their jackets, and I completely forgot to bring my jacket down from my truck. So it's going to be a little chilly willy as I head on out of here. So with that said, we'll be back shortly after these messages from word from our sponsors into the bottom of the 4th inning.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're Los Rectos Volleyball, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with
Real Sports Live, we're back to the action. Bottom of the fourth inning, leading things up, the right fielder, number 12, Prudence Ortiz. Ball one outside by Vivi here. Eagles with a 5-1 lead thus far right here in the bottom of the fourth after 3.5 innings. Excuse me. 2 balls, no strikes this time. Vivi in the circle there for the Texans. Three balls, no strikes. And then, of course, completely forgot to talk about the 29-5A race with all the Corpus schools. But then you got Victoria East and West alongside from the outside district of the CCSD is the Bluff and the Gregory Portland Wildcats. 3-1 on the count. So that's what I was saying. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen this year for the district title. It's going to be a good battle here all the way to the end, what I can foresee. Prudence tries an attempted bunt right there and is foul tipped, that one, making it 3 balls, 2 strikes. Prudence will take the walk right there. Put a runner on over at first. Brings up the DP number 6, Sierra Garza. 0 for 1 on the day thus far. Looking for her first hit of the game. With a runner on over at first. Excuse me. Ball 2 outside. Top of the order on deck there, number 26, Shelby Pill. Takes ball 3 low in the turf inside. Brings it 3-0 on the count. See what Sierra does. Coach gives her the green light or tells her to stop no matter what. Like you come to the stop sign. And we'll have the stop sign up. Bringing it now, 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's basically the rule of thumb right there. You're going to make that pitcher throw you a strike. And that's what Vivi does. Settles down in the circle on the rubber and throws a strike. 3-1 on the count now. Takes ball 4 low and inside. Back-to-back walks. Brings up the top of the order now. Texans, as a team, called timeout, gather themselves collectively, and are discussing the matter right here in case of bunt, slap, power slap, soft slap, with the arsenal of slaps that can be brought to you by the slapper, that is. And that is Shelby Peel. So that puts runners on first and second, back-to-back walks. Peel coming up to bat, looking for her first hit of the game. Is 0 for 1 right now. Peel trying to get in a rhythm right here as the senior leader, one of the senior leaders, that is, of this group. The other senior leader is Sarah. It's a ball 1 right there. Takes strike 1 right there. Evens it up at 1 apiece. No outs, runners on first and second. Regular defense. Swing and a miss right there for strike 2. Peel gets in that one. That one's going to go foul. Carries off the foul pole. The light post, that is. A la natural, the natural style. Just not at the lights, just the light pole. If you know what movie I'm talking about. An oldie but a goodie, the natural. Shelby hits this one up the middle. Out called over there at second. They get the lead runner. That's a fielder's choice right there. Puts runners at the corners right there. And there's one out there with runners in the corners now. Peel and Ortiz, or over at third. Peel at first. Brings up Jay-Z's. Takes strike 1. Brings up the center fielder, number 3, Jay-Z's, Jada Cepeda. Ball 2 outside. Peel trying to draw the throw on the delayed steal and will not get it. And will advance on over. Let's see what the count is. On the board, it's 2-0. I got 1-1. No, it's 1-1. She hit that foul ball before this. Jay-Z's gets to this one. It's going to the left fielder, and the left fielder just can't make the play as it just tails off to foul ball territory, making it 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners on second and third. That's ball 2 in the dirt, or actually in the turf. Count remains even, 2-2 at a piece there. And here comes the pitch. Swing, that's a foul tip. Just gets a piece of it. And like the old John Travolta movie, staying alive, staying alive. Stays alive. Hits a foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, runners on second and third. And here comes the pitch from Vivi. JC's puts a soft bunt down with 2 strikes. And she will make an infield single. I mean, that's gutsy right there. That, that's not really always condoned. But if you have trustworthiness in your players to put that bunt down, which she does. She puts a soft bunt down. It wasn't a slap. She actually put that bunt in there. And now everyone knows with 2 strikes, you bunt the ball and it does go foul, then that's going to be an out. So Jay-Z's does a good job putting that bunt down there and loads up the bases. With no throw right there, infield single. So with bases loaded, 1 out, Coach Lewis calls timeout. So we'll be back shortly after his messages as he converses with his players.
Records, that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here at Fruya, and you? Sky's the limit.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com. Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down.
Lead has relationships with multiple industry leaders.
I really do.
Whether you're looking.
Real Sports Live, we're back to the action here. I think there was ensuring that Vivi was okay. Getting checked out by the trainer. And it looks like she's fine. She paints that corner for strike 1 right there. With bases loaded. And now batting the second baseman. Excuse me. Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Liz Solis, a.k.a. Soliz. Ball 1 a little outside there. One ball, 1 strike. Takes ball 2 there high. Two balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike on Solis with bases loaded. Now, walk's as good as a hit in this position because a run would come in. Or, she's going to try to get a hit. Let's see what happens right here. It is a hitter's count. If a strike gets in that zone, Liz will probably be going for it, obviously. And here's the offering. Just off the plate for ball 4. So a run will come in there. And Solis will get the walk. Everyone will move 1 base up. That was Prudence coming on in there for the walk. Coach Lewis calls time, and there may be a pitching change at this time. With that, we'll be back shortly after these messages.
You decide.
Imagine teachers like these.
Our industry skilled
Your
jobs
child
include
prepared to
industrial,
change the world.
marine
Take a closer
industries,
look at Mission
oil and
CISD.
gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead staffing, putting people to work, and changing lives daily.
Real Sports Live, we're back to the action. Now with bases loaded, brings up the third baseman, number 7, Alyssa Burge. Takes ball 1. In the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball 2 just off the plate there. Three and 0 on the count right there. Now Coach Lewis is calling time. He's talking to the umpire. And now there's a pitching change. With that said, we'll take a quick break. From a word from our sponsors, we'll be right back after these messages.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Race Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody.
If you wanna get in the game, come to Myra Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Myra Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue.
And we're back to the action here. Check in right here to pitch is number 25, Vieira Reese. Throw strike 1. Brings up now 3 balls, 1 strike. On the Burge here. LeBurge gets to this one, goes to left field, and that's going to get over the head of the left fielder. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. 3 runs will be coming in for a 3 RBI double. And she settles in there. Now coming up to bat with going 1 for 2. This was T. Maldonado, the catcher. Now on the speed compared to what Vivi was bringing right here. Just a little slower there. Almost like an off-speed fastball. I mean, an off-speed changeup, that is. T goes with that pitch. Hits it in right field. She's going 1. And she's going 2. She's going to go all the way around to 3 and stay at 3 for a slide-in triple. And that's an RBI triple right there. Foul ball hit right there. Now batting is 0-0, Maddie Aguilar. And here we are in the bottom of the 4th. Back-to-back hits. Throw down to third, and not in time. Count evens up at 1 apiece on the ball inside and the foul ball hit. 1 out, T. Maldonado over there at the catcher at third. Aguilar hits a line drive right back to the pitcher right there. And Vieira does a good job right there of catching that ball. And that goes for out number 2 right there. Runner remains still at third. Brings up now the left fielder, number 13, Desi Garcia. Takes that off the plate for strike 1. So I see how Coach Lewis's mentality is in this situation, where you have Sierra Vivi, that is, bringing in the heat, and then almost the off-speed pitches brought to you by Miss Vieira Reese. And that's A-OK in this game. Throws people off, the batters. That grounder is brought to you by there, right at Cranberry, that is. And that'll end the inning right there, but some damage is done. 5 runs come across more for the Eagles, giving them the 10-1 lead thus far right here. And so we'll be back shortly after these messages from our word from our sponsors here into the top of the 5th inning.
We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
We are the Clinton High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports Live.
Real Sports Live, we're back to the action here at the top of the fifth inning. Aguilar is still in the circle, throws strike one, and that's batting now number 15, the first baseman, Lorena Moreno. Takes ball one high there, evens it up at one apiece. Moreno was shot up the middle for a base hit. Moreno's 2 for 2 on the day for the Texans with a double and an RBI. An RBI double and now her single. Excuse me, bringing in the sole run thus far for the Texans. But right now they're threatening. They got a runner on. Brings up the DP now, number 20, Abby Rodriguez. Abby gets into that first one, hits that, fouled back. Excuse me. So I still see Vivi Garza in there. Is on deck. Puts a bunt attempt. T goes back and makes the diving grab for out number one. Maldonado doing a tremendous job as a catcher with all that gear on. Turns left, runs back, and makes the diving catch with that gear on for out number one. Then shoots it on over to first, keeping Moreno honest over there. She got off the bag a little bit off. Brought her back to first base. Sharply hit foul. To Burge. Now batting right here is Vivi Garza. Ball one low there. Brings the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball goes fouled back into the stands. Bring the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rolls over hands to second, to first, and not in time. But we'll get the out over at second, the force out. And the lead runner there. So Vivi will advance on over on the fielder's choice. Brings up the catcher now, Sarah Cortez. Ball outside. And the throw takes Shelby Pill on over to the base runner, which is Vivi, on the steal attempt, and makes the third out right there. So Sarah Cortez will come up to bat here. And with that, we'll be back shortly after these messages from a word from our sponsors. Headed now into the bottom of the fifth inning. So sit back, relax, and get ready for the bottom of the fifth.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's a...
And we're back to the action right here. And it looks like there's a change right here. Now batting. And it's... Let me make this clear. Delaney Fiscus, number 14. Trying to see who she came in for. And I want to say it might be the right fielder. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, for Prudence. Maybe a pinch hitter right here. Three balls, no strikes. This is in the fifth inning right here. Takes ball 4, and she'll take the walk. And Justice Ortega said, let's go Rays. Cesar Garza said, let's go Texans. And so Delaney came in to pinch hit, and going back out there is number 12, Prudence Ortiz, the right fielder. And it looks like number 17 right here, Meredith Cavazos, will be hitting for herself now. They're going to take out the DP, Sierra Garza. So Sierra is that, and that brings up now the first baseman, Meredith Cavazos. She's number 17 now. Oh, well, not now. I didn't put her number in. She's been the first baseman. She was being DP'd for by Sierra Garza. So they'll take out the DP, scratch the flex, and bring her in to hit for herself. Shelby Peel's on deck, top of the order. Gets under this one, hits it high in the sky. And Cranberry with a catch from deep in the 6 hole. Comes all the way behind the catcher's mound, like I said, or catcher's circle, that is, for out number 1. Now batting's number 26, Shelby Peel. Takes one a little high there for ball 1. Vieira in the circle still. And Peel will take strike 1. Evens it up 1 apiece. Peel gets into this one. It's going to center field. Center fielder is coming on up for the play. And that is Viva Garza now in center field for out number 2. Playing it real shallow as the defense that Coach Lewis has in place right here. Brings up now Jada Jay-Z Cepeda. And Jay-Z takes ball 1 outside. Jay-Z puts that in play. Grant gets it, shoots it on over to first. And the ball is dropped, so she's safe. So that's going to be an error by the first baseman, Moreno. Prudence will advance on over to second with 2 outs. And runners on first and second. Now batting is the second baseman, number 5, Liz Solis. So Liz takes ball 1 outside. Ball too high. Now we're supposed to have a doubleheader tomorrow. Want to verify the times. Supposed to play at 10 in the morning. It'll be Veterans versus Moody, and then second game, Flower Bluff versus Ray. Ball 3 outside, so both these teams will be playing again tomorrow morning. I want to verify with CCISD to ensure that we are going to stay at that time, or if they're going to change it due to the increment weather as far as the cold weather temperatures. Not too sure. 3-0 on the count here. And there's ball 4. And that'll load the bases up now. For the third baseman, Alyssa Burge. Now, last time this young lady came up with bases loaded, she hit a 3 RBI stand-up double. So, as my camera crew gentleman right here to my right says, if they get a run in, that's going to be the ball game, is it not? And it should be 10 after 4. It is 10-1 right now, so strike 1 called. So, if a run comes in, this should end the ball game right here. But it has to be done with 2 outs, and right now, Vieira trying to put a stop to that, giving her Texans an opportunity to come up to bat. So let's see what happens right here. Vieira gets a sign. Here's the offering. LaBerge gets into this one, and that is going to be a fair ball. That ball's hit so hard, so sharply to down the line, it hits the umpire in the leg. And the umpire, Coach Salinas, says, "Are you okay?" And he says, "I am okay." hobbles off a little bit. But it's an 11-1 win for the Eagles. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, Real Sports Live, I'm the host with the most man with the plan, Chris V in the house, along with Isaiah Chris V here, doing the camera work with me. So I am over and out, and we'll see y'all tomorrow morning here at Cabinet.